Hey, yo, what's up, Redskins family? It's me, Dre. Damn, I got my hat on backwards. It's all good. It's Redskins. Y'all know what it's all about. Hope everyone's doing good. Listen, I have a quick question for y'all because last night I'm at work and they have the game on with the LA Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. A total of 105 points scored between the two teams. Congratulations to Sean McVay and the Rams for pulling out that victory. To me, it was almost like watching Texas Tech and some of these other high-powered teams, like Texas A&M, because they can score easily, but they were also easily getting scored on. Again, going to the reason why I'm making this video, as Redskins fans, we look at our current situation with Alex Smith going down with the broken fibula and tibia, and we hope for him to get a speedy recovery. It could be one of those career-ending injuries similar to what happened to Joe Theismann, but all the same, we wish the best of luck to Alex Smith for that. Colt McCoy is coming in, and regardless of which quarterback is under center, because I've never had a problem with Alex Smith, and in my previous videos, you see where I grumbled and groaned about some of his decision making, but he is our quarterback. Like Terrell Owens, that's my quarterback. Anyhow, as I'm on Facebook and some of these communities, last night I posed a question in regards to why can't Josh Doxson be like Tyreek Hill, and many thought that I was assuming that I was speaking from a skill standpoint. We all know that Josh Doxson, 6'2", 6'3", about 210, 215. He's not a speedy recovery. He's a big body receiver. And then you have Tyreek Hill, who's a bit shorter, who's quick on his feet. He's fast, great at route running. So the reason why I pose that question is because it's not, again, from a skill standpoint. It's from a tenacity standpoint. Josh Doxson, in his mind, he wants to be a number one receiver, but he doesn't put it on the field. And many assume that I was speaking about skill, and they were trying to not necessarily trash me, but they thought I was crazy. And they said, the other team has more talent. But centering on the question that I have, do you really think that we can't compete with any of these other teams in the NFL? If we were to play last night, could we not compete? Or a better question, and the main question is, if Jay Gruden was coaching the LA Rams or the Kansas City Chiefs, do you think either one of those teams will look as good as they look now? And I apologize for taking long to get to that point, but that's the question that many people should think about, because from a talent standpoint, we have the talent to match up with any team out there. But from a play calling standpoint, we have soft serve vanilla Jay Gruden calling the offensive plays, and that's where the problem is. Alex Smith wasn't able to flourish. Colt McCoy, being with us since 2013, he understands the offense. So you saw how he brought something to life when he got on the field. His first pass was a touchdown. He was not afraid to take shots down the field. So I'm all for Colt McCoy, and many of us hold him near and dear because when he stepped in place of Kirk Cousins on that Monday night game against Dallas and got to spell, and he beat Dallas in Dallas. So he's a favorite to a lot of Redskins fans because of that. But let's not forget the fact that he also had some bad games that season, one of which was against the Rams when they were in St. Louis, where they beat us about 36-0. And for that short period in that game, when we had RG3 in the later part of the game, he came in to spell because there was just too many missteps. But also in that game, Colt McCoy was sacked about 5 or 6 times. And RG3 didn't fare any better, but he had to pass. The game was out of reach. All the same, I have no problem with Colt McCoy. But again, my question to the Redskins fans, if you take the time to watch this video, is if you think that maybe those teams have better talent and we don't have talent, because they have, like the Kansas City, they have Travis Kelce, we have Jordan Reed. One of the main differences between the two is durability. But from a playmaker standpoint, both can make shit happen. They have Tyreek Hill, We don't really have a wide receiver with that tenacity to step in and say, I'm going to put this game on my shoulder. I'm going to put this offense on my shoulder, and we're going to get shit done. They have Lamar Hunt, outstanding running back for Kansas City. So we have Adrian Peterson, and while he doesn't have that quickness like when he first came out of Oklahoma and joined the league in Minnesota, he is still an outstanding running back. I just wish that he would play to his size and stop dancing once he gets in the backfield. He's a big running back. So when you get the ball and you see a defender coming at you, just say fuck it, run at him. Don't try to run around him. At least get positive yards and not dance in the backfield. But again, when it comes to talent, we have the equivalent amount of talent. We just don't have the field general standing on the sideline calling brilliant plays and creating mismatches. If you think I'm wrong about this, please comment. I invite you to comment and give me your insight, because we're all Redskins fans. We all want to see the Redskins win, but we hate watching on TV or when we go to a game and seeing us fail. As I mentioned with my previous video for Houston, we had the opportunity to win that game, but some of the play calling was shit. And that's how it's been, even in games that we've won in the past, as well as games that we lose. Jay Gruden is a piss poor game manager, because calling timeouts, mismanaging those timeouts, that fucks us up. His play calling, when you looked at the game last night, how many screenplays did you see that were ran where there was positive chunks of yardage gained after the fact? And then when you look at when we do screenplays, the moment that the ball carrier receives the ball, they're getting tackled. There's been very few times this season where we have run a screenplay, and I think the last time we did it successfully is when Capri Bibbs ran for a touchdown. But in this game against Houston, I think our first play from scrimmage, Alex Smith threw a screenplay, and right as the ball was reaching the hands of Jordan Reed, he's getting hit. And he got up kind of slow. I thought he was injured. The same shit happened when we played against the New Orleans Saints, I believe, or was it the Colts? One of those games where they threw a screen to Adrian Peterson, and as soon as he's receiving the ball and trying to turn upfield, he's getting hit in the legs. And I thought he was done. So it's just one of those things to where we do not set up our blocking scheme effectively when we do screenplays. And the defender, they see it coming a mile away. Stevie Wonder can see it a mile away. But again, it all comes to the play calling. And these are the kind of things where we can actually do better. But at the same time, until Jay Gruden is gone, and I know he's a head coach, I've tried to give him a bit of leniency, but it's just, there's no comparison when it comes to the head coaching and the play calling. So again, I'll ask this one last time in this video, because this was supposed to be a short video. If you really think that we don't stack up talent-wise compared to the Rams or the Kansas City Chiefs, ask yourself this. If either one of those teams was being coached by Jay Gruden, would they be as successful as they are now? It's a simple question. Until the next time, because we got them bitch-ass Dallas Cowboys, I will be at work because I really don't give a shit about Thanksgiving. Plus the extra pay, it'll be good for me. But because I'm here in Texas, and because it's nationally televised, most importantly, it will be on TV. I will be at work. I will be pumping my fist, cheering for my Redskins, and don't let us win. Don't let us win, because I'm an active fool where I work. I work in a call center, and I'm going to act a straight clown. I'm going to run up and down the halls. I'm going to make all kinds of noise, because they know how outspoken I am. I'm one of 2 Redskins fans in the building, but I'm going to show out. Anyway, until the next time, wherever you guys are, be safe. I love you. Hail to the Redskins.